This video will show you how to create Project B in your reference book, otherwise known as a step block. For any drawing we start, we're either going to start with a new part here, or we're going to go to new, and it's a standard IPT. Those are part files, so we have to create a part before we do anything else. Once you open that, you're going to have your drawing screen here. This is called your browser, and you want to make sure you keep that up because that's going to have the information of, anywhere you need to edit will be in there. All your zooming tools will be over on the right side, and then all your regular tools are up on the top. Now, first thing we want to do is start 2D sketch. When we click that, we have to pick a plane that we want to do. So our front view is always the XY plane. That gives us our width and our height. So if you click on that, now you're ready to draw, and you'll notice that all these tools have changed up here. Looking at your reference book in Project B, we're always going to draw the front view. So I'm going to click on line, and I'm going to draw that step block. Now it's very important that when you click and you drag, you only have one section of a line. Otherwise, you're going to have, when you go to dimension it, it's going to try to dimension only the one section and not the whole thing. So that's one solid line there. We go straight across, and you notice that we have these icons. We have measurements, and we have a perpendicular icon and an angle. So those are going to help you. If you get it wrong, and I'll show you that in a second here. Say I've made this supposed to be straight, and okay, so and then the green dot right here, you can see that's going to be at the end of the line. Now, when you finish something, you always want to right-click, and you can say cancel or OK. Now, this is supposed to be vertical, and it's not. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up here, and here's a vertical icon. And if you hover over it, it'll say what it is, vertical constraint. And so now if I click on that line, it becomes vertical. And you notice it changed that other one because there was another constraint on there that was 90 degrees. So now my drawing is complete. The only thing I need to do is dimension it. When we dimension, we click on this tool here, and we want to do the overall dimensions first. So I want the height here is 2 inches. So I click on the line, drag it out, double click it, and then change this edit dimension to 2. Now that got bigger than the screen, so I'm going to come over here to the front, and I'm going to click on that, and it'll zoom it out. Now the overall length of it is 4. So if you clicked on there, drag it out, type in a 4. Now, as far as the height goes, they're all equal. So each one of these is a 1/2 inch. So we click on 0.5. Click, drag them out, and we usually want to keep them even so that it looks neat. And the other thing that we want to do is we don't need to dimension this one because we know that this is 2. If we add all these up, that's 1.5 inches. This is going to be 1 or a 1/2 inch. If I do dimension it, I'm going to get this. It's going to give me an error message. It'll say the constraint already exists. So adding this dimension will over constrain the sketch. Choose accept to create a driven dimension. You don't have to, you can cancel it. If you get this, that means you already have it somewhere. So you can cancel it, or you can accept it. It'll just come up in parentheses, but then it's going to cloud your drawing. So I didn't need that. And then the other ones that I need is on the top. Now you can either click a line and drag it up, and this first one's 1. If you notice on Project B, they're going from this point, so I click the left line to this line, and that is 2 inches. And then they did the same thing here. So from the left line to, so I'm clicking on line, clicking on this line, and then dragging it up, and that's 3. Now, I don't have to do this one again because I'm going to get a driven dimension. So if I right click, now at this point I could say finish sketch because I'm done with all my sketching. So zoom out. If I hover over this view cube, I can click on the home button, and I'll get it in an isometric view. And now we need to give it our depth. We've got our width and we've got our height. We need the depth. So to do that, we click extrude. And when you select this, you need to select the part, and then on the top view it shows you that the dimension is 2. If you click OK, you now have your sketch block in the correct size, shape, and that's the isometric view. At this point you're going to save it. So when I click save, you're going to go to your class folder, class CMW, Rogers, try 2, and then, or whatever trimester and whatever hour you're in, And when you save this, save it as B. Okay, and I'm not going to save that. You can also, if you want to, you can come up here to where it says default, and if you click that, you'll get a selection of different materials and colors. And so if you wanted it to be a glossy gold, you can change that and it'll change color. Okay. Other than that, that is all you need to do for that.